Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Today I'm reviewing the new Liga Privada T52. This is the Robusto 5x54. Let me give you a close-up there of that. Now, what this cigar is comprised of is the filler is blended Nicaraguan, Dominican, and Honduran, all wrapped with a Brazilian binder and a U.S. grown Habana seed Oscuro wrapper. There is a quite long synopsis of how the Jonathan Drew and the Drew Estates folks came about this wrapper. It's very interesting story, but quite long. But if you'll check the blog, you can see that. The cigar, of course, there it is. It's very dark. Here is the designating band, Liga Privada T52. And as I said, this is Robusto, so let's get right to it. One thing I don't believe I showed you is the density. There it is. Very dark. Even the filler tobacco, everything is quite dark. Everything's dark about this cigar. But it is very well made if you look at it as I rotate it. Now let's clip the cap and get started. Just a little bit off the top. Oh, effortless. All right. I'm about a quarter-inch in at this point. It's taken a while to nail down the flavors. I'm getting quite a bit of nutmeg notes with a little light cedar, quite a bit of earth, and coffee. So that's how we're going to start it. And I'm going to let it really, look at the smoke is putting off quite a bit. I'm going to let it settle down and go at its own pace. I don't want to rush it, but I think we'll have some flavor changes here in just a minute. I'm sensing things happening, but that's how it starts. That's what you should get right out of the gate. But let's see where we go from here. Well, as you can see, I'm about an inch in, and the cigar is settled down somewhat. It's really about in line with what we said the first time. The only addition would be some charred oak notes. So you've got a combination of cedar and nutmeg, not overly sweet, coffee, earth, and charred oak. Now the finish is a very nice, pleasing, sweet cream with just a little bit of toasty notes to it. The pepper is very good. It's black pepper, and it's around between a 7 and an 8. Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood. 7.5 if you want to be technical. Let's call it that. But I would call the cigar pretty much medium to full bodied right out of the gate, and I do not doubt that it will reach full bodied status. So that's where we are after it settles down and about an inch in. Well, I'm 2 inches in. Now you have cedar. Sweetness is starting to elevate. Cocoa mixing with it. And the other underlying dark notes are about the same. You still have some wood notes. You still have the earthiness. The cocoa, excuse me, the cocoa also filters over to the finish. So it's sort of a mix of cocoa and cream. Very nice, actually. A lot of lingering pepper on the finish. The pepper is upwards of an 8. and still medium to full body. I really thought it would be full blown, full bodied by now, but it's not. Very nice flavors, not overly sweet. There is a decent amount of sweetness to the cedar and cocoa, and it's sort of hinting that it might have a little richness to it momentarily, but it's not fully there yet. It's just starting to move that way. I hope it gets there. That'll really be nice. So that's where we are, 2 inches in. Well, only about 2 inches remaining. It's moving right along, actually. Short cigar, right at the band. And the flavors are about the same. But let me give you the order and the amount of the flavors. On the draw, you really get a nice sweet, and it is starting to show a little richness, combination of cedar and cocoa, and it's very good, very tasty. You then, right behind that, have a little earthiness and coffee notes, which I forgot to mention in the previous segment, but I noted. Not so much the oakiness, the charred oak notes, but they're very faint at this point. Now the finish is quite good with a combination of the cocoa and the cream, and the lingering pepper. I need to remove this band, but that's where you are. I would still call it medium to full bodied, but it is very tasty, very, you know, that combination of cedar and cocoa with sweetness and now a little richness is really good. Well, yeah, we are down to the end, so let's wrap it up. Been a very fast cigar. Actually, this is about 55 minutes in right here. Very fast. Here at the end, those charred oak notes really did come back from about the 2 inches remaining to now. They really did elevate, and they're right behind the cedar and cocoa combination, which still had some sweetness. The richness never did get what I would call full blown. The earthiness is still there, not too much, and the coffee notes made a nice base. The finish is really the star of this cigar with the cocoa cream combination that lingers so long. It just really lasts a long time. And the pepper, lingering pepper. I would still say it ended medium to full bodied. Never did reach full bodied in my opinion. It's been a very good cigar. The only thing negative I could say is if it had gotten to that full blown richness, it would really have been fantastic. As it is, it's a very good cigar, and most of you probably have had this cigar by now, but those of you who haven't, that's why I'm doing this review, so you can see what it's like. The Liga Privada T52 Robusto has been a consistent, minor changes here and there, but I've enjoyed it, and with the exception that I was really surprised how fast it burned, and it did not get out of the burn rate. It burned evenly, and the lack of full-blown richness just kept the score down just a tad for me. I'm giving it a 91. Very good cigar. Would I buy it again? Yes. Very good. Very, very tasty. I believe this was around. It was around $10. It was somewhere in that neighborhood. It might have been 9 and change, or right there. That's about $10 a stick. So there you have it, the T52 Robusto Liga Privada from Drew Estates.